This is just your reminder that there's someone in a hospital bed, sick and can't move, that wishes they had the opportunities that you had. The reason I mention this is because I go on a walk around my property every day and I walk past my neighbor's house, my neighbor Larry, and he has a lot of health issues. And when I'm walking past his house, I think to myself, how sad is that he just sits at home all day and doesn't have the blessing to be able to go outside and walk. Now, I think of walking as just a habit. It's just something I do. It's something I don't think twice about, and it's something that I take for granted. But sometimes I imagine in my head him looking out his window, seeing me walking, and being like, I wish that I was that young and that full of life and that able to be able to walk. So I was just thinking about that, and I just walked my lap, and then I went back around, so I walked past his house again. And for the first time in months, I saw him step outside of his house. And I don't know. I genuinely don't know if I had some telepathic something going on, or I actually I don't know. I don't know how that happened, because I was just thinking in my head, wow, imagine if he's thinking to himself right now, I wish I was able to go outside and walk. I saw that man standing up outside of his house, and I waved at him. I haven't seen him in ages. He's kind of conserved. What's it called? Conserved to himself. So he's not super friendly, and I understand that. So, but I don't know. That was just the craziest thing ever. And ultimately, that experience just had me thinking, you don't realize the advantages. You don't realize the advantages that you have in your life until they're gone. Now, it's like when you get sick. When I get sick, all of a sudden I think about all the times I was able to breathe without wheezing, and I'm just like, wow, those were the good days. Well, you're in the good days right now. So don't take that for granted. Don't take anything for granted, because there's always going to be somebody with a better car than you. There's always going to be someone with a nicer phone than you. But there's someone who doesn't have a phone at all. There's someone who doesn't have a car. There's someone who doesn't have clothes. There's someone that can't afford food. You're always fortunate. You're always abundant. It's just your perspective. It's your perspective. Okay? Even if I had a cast on my leg and I was still able to walk, I bet Larry would be thinking to himself, man, look, she can still walk. She's so full of life. She's still able to walk even though she has a cast on. While my circumstance of having a cast on my leg isn't favorable, I'm still blessed enough to be able to walk. Now, this isn't true. I'm not going to show my foot, actually. I can walk very well, and I'm incredibly blessed. But you sometimes forget how blessed you are, to be able to have an able body. And this is something I struggle with a lot too. I used to struggle. I wouldn't take care of myself. I wouldn't do the right things for myself. Sorry, that's my cat. She's being weird in my closet. But you're lucky enough to be able to go to the gym. You have a body that's able enough to be able to go to the gym. There's someone in their hospital bed being like, I wish I had the opportunity. I wish I had the chance. I wish I had the resources needed to be able to go to the gym. Instead of looking at it as a punishment, I have to go to the gym. You get to go to the gym. You get to get that membership. You get to have a body that can move and function. It's all perspective. And I'm blessed enough that I have won the genetic lottery, because my dad, he's strong as hell. And I'm blessed enough, I have a home gym. I have gym stuff in my garage. And sometimes I think about when we first, obviously I was 12, so I didn't really care about lifting, but I took that for granted. And now I love lifting, and I don't take that for granted anymore. But even the things that I have on a day-to-day basis, like my water bottle, I don't realize how important my water bottle is to me until I leave it at soccer practice and I don't have it for 2 days and I'm scared that it got stolen. You don't realize how great things are until they're gone. So you just need to have a change in perspective and just look at everything from a perspective of love and abundance. And that's really when the magic happens. The magic happens not when you get the new car, not when you buy your dream house, not when you get that perfect thing in your life that you think is going to change everything. No, it's when you change your perspective. We are in the good days right now. You're never going to be this young. You're never going to be this full of energy. Your life right now is the perfect time. Right now in your life there's no better time than now to do what makes you happy, to pursue that dream. There's no better time than now, because what's that one quote from that turtle? The past is history, the future is a mystery, but now is the present. No, but right now is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. That's a bar. That's a bar. I don't care if it was from Kung Fu Panda. I like that movie, first of all. And second of all, that's a bar. That's a bar. Forget about the past. Forget about the past. That doesn't matter anymore. You're not going back there. You're not going to the past. There's no way to go back there, and you can't hold the past. The past can't be held in your hand. It's all in your head. And I could go off for hours about how everything in your life is just all in your head. And I am going to go on a rant if I start talking about the law of assumption and vibrations and shit. Like, that's a very, very deep rabbit hole that I will be touching on another time. But right now, it's 10:41. I have school tomorrow, and I get to go to school tomorrow. I'm not going to complain about having to go to school, because actually I don't have to go to school. I get to go to school. How privileged am I? And not only do I get to go to school, I get to go to school once a week because I'm homeschooled, and I get to do my school at home. Like, change of perspective. Instead of complaining about, I have to go to school tomorrow, I get to go to school, and I get to go to school once a week. Not 5 days, once a week. And once a week is good. Like, I get to do my work at home. I get to do my work at home. And I get to go once a week. Some people can't even go at all. So it's just perspective. Perspective is everything. The lens on which you look at everything warps everything. So just look at it in a positive manner. What's that? The Kanye lyric. Any pessimists, I ain't talk to them. Because who you hang out with is who you become. I'm rambling. I'm rambling. I could go off about that. Oh, goodness gracious. It's bedtime. All right. Have a great night. Yeah. Bye.